Alright, welcome back to Yellow Skunk Farms. Quick disclaimer, this is a 21-year-old and up channel, so if you're not 21, please leave now. Appreciate it. We worked on the pond yesterday. We got the pond leak sealed up. Just turned out that a Q-tip worked perfectly up in that hole, and then that Q-tip sucked up that pond shield up into that hole, and now it is sealed up. So all we really have to do is kind of trim that little bit of Q-tip off there. Once it dries up, just take a little, razor blade or something and slice that thing off there, and you'll never know it was there. Easy fix. Let's see here. We are day 30 of flower, and the plants are still recovering. If you've been following along, we had a crash about this day 6, I believe, from us redoing the creek, doing a huge water change in the pond. And what I mean by redoing the creek, we just added fresh sand, silt, clay, and you can see the algae this is what we killed off. This is string algae here. You can see a little bit, not this, but the green stuff growing in the creek on the sand. That is string algae, and that is what we're missing in our creek. That, and along with the cyanobacteria, along with probably a lot of other things that we killed off with the deep red light that we introduced into the system during flower about, like I said, we did that about 2 weeks ago. It took about a week to really see what was going on. It took another few days for me to realize what was going on, for me to figure out what I did and what was going on, along with talking with multiple different people, and just pure the fact that everything happened when I started fucking with the lights. When I started messing with that deep red, everything went to shit. I mean, it was pretty crazy how fast it happened. But we're back now, and we learned a valuable lesson. We'll be doing probably multiple changes a year instead of doing none. I went a year and 5 months without adding any silt and clay or and sand to the center of the creek. Now, I was adding it to the edges, and that seemed to be keeping the algae bloom going really well, helping me with the oxygenization of the water, many different things that it helps with. Cleans the creek, helps capture all the fish waste and poo, helps plants wick up, a lot of different things that were going on. And the plants suffered quite a bit. You can see, they're not dead by any means. The flowers look really good. I mean, they're not dying off by any means. They just don't look as hell. You can see like they are, like Brandon Russ said, it looks like they're potassium deficient, and that's probably true. They're deficient in a lot of things right now because they can't uptake any of the nutrient. The cationic exchange in the soil, the electrical charges that help, or that really pretty much push, the ability for the plants to uptake nutrients. If they can't uptake nutrients, well, we get deficiencies. I know the nutrient is in the soil. It's just locked up. It's probably drowning in water that doesn't have any air in it. If you noticed, we did a big defoliate yesterday, trying to help the plants out a little bit. We thinned out the bottoms, removing a lot of the larf that was down there. A lot of the extra stuff that doesn't need to be there. We usually wait and do it periodically, you know, a little here, a little there, till we get to where we want to be. But the plants were struggling. Just decided to go ahead and thin them out, let them recover. We still have over 30 days to go, so hopefully we can recover. And it looks like we are. I mean, I'm seeing the new growth looks pretty good. We still got the downturn, you know, the leaves are not perky like they were before. You can see they're kind of just droopy. But all in all, they're not looking that bad. Other than getting ready to go up into the light. So basically we're just starting our system over. It took us like a little over a year and a half almost to build up the biology. It took us about 2 weeks to kill it all off. So, you know, it doesn't take long for things to go south, as we know. If you've ever had an aquarium or a saltwater aquarium or anything like that, you know that it doesn't take long for things to go south really fast. And when they go south, they go south. Crash and burn. Things can't breathe. But we got Mo from iGrow Soil. Our buddy over there is going to send us some non-sulfur purple bacteria. What am I saying? Purple non-sulfur bacteria. Yeah, that's it. That is going to help really jumpstart the system. That's going to get into this sand and silt. It's going to get into this sand here, and it's really going to just start producing whatever it produces. I can't explain it. I'm not a scientist, but I tell you what, this soil over here, look how, here's the top of the creek wall. Look how much worm casting is stacked on top of that creek wall. Now we just put all that fresh sand and silt down, and look how it's just being turned into this worm casting. Inside that worm casting is nothing but life, nutrients for the plants, all kinds of life. I don't really know what I'm talking about, but you kind of get the picture of what's going on here. And as far as like, there's so many different types, or so many different ways things can go wrong, so many different things that we have to, you know, keep in mind when we're changing things. Because change can be good, but it can also be really, really bad. What do you think, Cooter? I see you. But the pond is back to normal. You can see we lost a little bit of that grass that was growing over. You can see how that took a hit over there. But it should pop right on back. Dichondra grass took a little bit of a hit. You see some yellowing. See some yellowing over here. But all in all, you know, not too bad. It seems to be coming back quite nicely. You know, we thinned out a lot of this, you know, underneath, so we're getting a lot better air flow through the bottom. What do you think, Pooter? Scooter looks pretty good. There's Scooter right there, down there, picking at the bottom. She's down there at the bottom of the pond, picking. Almost looks like she's at the top, but that's how clear that water has gotten. She's doing her job down there, picking algae off the rock. That's what they do. Constantly scrounging for something to eat, even when they're not hungry. Just like old Dig over here. What's up, Digger? Digger had plenty to eat yesterday. He had 2 isopods yesterday. He's good to go. Monster Monstera. This is the big leaf right over here. Look at that monster. Beautiful flower, or leaf, whatever the hell you want to call it. That thing is 33, 34 inches from the top up there to the bottom. It's 34 inches. I measured it the other day. Pretty insane. So, with that being said, that's all we've got today. We don't have much to do today. We did everything we were going to do. We did everything we were supposed to do yesterday that I wanted to get done in here. Seal the creek. Seal the pond hole over there, and thin out this over here. We did a massive chop and drop. Most of it is gone already. It disappears so fast. So a lot of that, just about everything we plucked went down into the soil. You can see, we just chopped it up and laid it out down here. It does not last long. Let's take a look. That's aeration. Look at them aerating down there. Springtails, little baby, look at that. That's springtail. Lots of roly-polies. Springtails. What is that? It looks like a piece of... Can't even see it without the camera. Got it though. Probably just a piece of... There it is right there. Who knows what that is? It's not in there no more though. So, that's about all we got today. Hope everybody has a great day. And what's today? Tuesday. Yeah, have a great Tuesday. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace.